In this video, we are going to create a script that sends a single email from one email address to another email address. So I am inside the REPL here, inside this empty folder, and I'm going to create a new REPL using Python as a programming language and give a meaningful name to my REPL. Create. And this is the REPL environment I'll work on. Just a friendly reminder, if you enter this URL in your browser without the hash main.py part, then you can fork this REPL to have the same environment as me in REPL, and then you can start coding. And if you add -done at the end of the URL, you will have access to the REPL with the completed code. That REPL is also forkable, so you can fork it, you can copy it and use it as it is. And let's start coding, but before, let me make sure that you understand how sending emails works. In our daily life, we use things like Gmail or Outlook or other email clients. So these are email clients. They are apps, desktop apps or web apps, which allow us to see our emails and also send out and receive emails. Now, these email clients, these applications, they use a protocol called SMTP, so Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. SMTP makes it possible to send and receive emails. So when we want to create a Python app that sends out emails, we need to use SMTP as well, just like these other email clients do. And to use SMTP, you need to use a package, which basically offers us an SMTP Python object to configure. So we're going to use your Gmail. Let's install it. Gmail. So as the name suggests, this package works only to send out emails from a Gmail account. Therefore, I expect that you have a Gmail account open already. As we wait for the installation to complete, I'm going to import your Gmail. Right. Now that it is installed, we have that in our namespace, so we can use on-the-fly code introspection. Before we do anything, let's prepare some variables where we store the email information, which is the sender email address, the receiver email address, the subject of the email, and the content of the email. So sender will be, in my case, I have created a throwaway email account on Gmail just for this app. The name is a bit strange, but it's an email address. The receiver is going to be a temporary email account that I can get from this site, dropmail.me. So this is my disposable email address. I'm going to copy it and paste it in the receiver variable. The subject of the email. So that should do it. Contents of the email. This makes sense to be a multi-line string, since this could be long text. Split, and here is the contents of the email. Hi. So that's the text of the email body. Once we have these, we want to create an SMTP object instance using the SMTP class, which takes as arguments a user, so the user is the sender. A password also. It's not a good idea to write passwords in plain Python code, because others may see them. So it's safer, as we are in REPL, it's safer to store them as environment variables. So you go to this key icon here, press that. You have some information here which says that you can hide passwords using this tool. Key is basically the name that we will be using from our Python code to refer to the actual password which we're going to store in here. So key, it makes sense to have this under the name passwords. Usually we use capital letters for these keys. And the value in my case is this. So this is a password of that Gmail account. So it's just a temporary password. I'm going to change it later. Press add new secret and that key value secret is added. The way to use it now is by first importing the OS library, which gives you access to os.getEnv. So you see this method now expects a key as argument. The key has to come as a string. So that is password, the name of my key. Right, so user, which is the sender, the password of that sender email address, and now we're ready to send out this email. To whom? Well, we have these two arguments here, so to is equal to a string, which in our case is stored in this receiver variable, so I'm just going to paste that receiver variable there. What else do we have? Subject. Subject is equal to that variable, so copy that, paste it here. And what else? Content is equal to that contents variable, copy, paste it there. And these are all the arguments we need to pass to be able to send out an email. Lastly, I'm just going to print out a message here on the command line just to visually see that the script actually ran and run. Email sent. Let's check this email address now. So the receiver, which is this temporary email address. And yes, we did receive an email. Here is the content of the email. Hi. Now this email client doesn't show emails in a very nice way, so that's why we see these HTML tags here. But we did receive the email successfully. Thank you for watching this video and please go to the next one and I'll talk to you there.